Good evening, everyone. Welcome to TW Teleproductions Game of the Week as we take you to the Pirate Plank at Perkins High School and the site of a huge SBC showdown between St. Mary's Central Catholic and Perkins. And, of course, as far as the Pirates are concerned, trying to keep their record unblemished on the year. They committed 13-0 overall and 9-0 in SBC play, while the Panthers have an 11-3 record coming in, 6-3 in the SBC, and they have won 8 straight ball games. So a huge showdown. Thinking maybe we should change it from the Rumble section to the Looney Bin. The place is just jammed and ready for all the excitement that this basketball game has to offer. Any other game between these two schools, always very special, but now with so much on the line in this one, it's just one of those nights that everybody was getting their tickets early, packing in, and getting set for this huge showdown. Back on December 16th, they met in the Den. So we say hello to Stan Stewart. Tom Kowaleski and the SMCC Brain Trust. Tom looks a lot happier than they do. Scott McVeigh, head coach of the Perkins Pirates, minus the Brain Trust, I guess, for right now anyway. December 16th in the Den, the Pirates defeated SMCC in a close one, 56-52. We'll be back to the Rumble section, I'm sure, many times throughout the night. Perkins, the top scoring team in the league with an average of 71.3 points per game, while SMCC second at 64.2. These two teams right at the top of the league numbers in lots of different areas. Panthers first on defense, giving up just 56.1 per game. Perkins third at 57.8. Huge battle. It's Perkins. It's St. Mary's Central Catholic. Tip-off coming up next on the Game of the Week.
Tonight's telecast is brought to you by Matthews Ford Lincoln Mercury, Tough Man Equipment and Supply, Route 220 East in Norwalk, Firelands Regional Medical Center with tonight's player of the game, the Citizens Banking Company with tonight's Money Shot. Also, our segment sponsors include Parshall Rice Center with the Fan of the Week at the end of the third quarter. High Miler Convenience says tonight's Play of the Game. And the Hovey Career Center will bring you tonight's Assist of the Game. And don't forget, the pregame was brought to you by Buckeye Cable System. And tonight's Cameo Fan Cam, sponsored by Cameo Pizza. The Game of the Week, sponsored by the United Way of Erie County, funding 24 local partner agencies serving Erie County. Lee's Famous Recipe Fried Chicken, across from the Sandusky Mall. Lee's Famous, wonderful food. Salmon Run Restaurant, located in Sawmill Creek in Huron. Fine dining cuisine at Salmon Run. Our telecast brought to you by Barnes Nursery and Garden Center, Cleveland Road in Huron, Route 6, Barnes.
We hope you're enjoying tonight's Game of the Week. Janata and Herner congratulates the athletes, cheerleaders, and coaches you're watching tonight. For your construction needs, please consider Janata and Herner.
Tonight's Game of the Week is brought to you by Vacation Land Realty. Remember Vacation Land Realty, a household name. And good luck to all the area teams.
Tonight's Game of the Week is brought to you by Casper Toyota Sign of Sandusky. Come see me, David Hopkins, for a great deal on your new purchase.
Here we go with opening tip-off, and the Pirates will control. And when you look at starting lineups, Devin Matthews, very familiar face to all Perkins fans. And he'll penetrate right off the bat and get the first 2 points on the board. Matthews joined by Kyle Halleck, Danny Doster, Justin Caudill, and Josh Lau in the starting lineup. Panthers' first possession knocked away. They have starting lineup of Drew Windish, Ryan Heath, And there's a turnaround jumper by John Davis. Brian Earhart and Jude Fluting also in the starting five. John Davis, a newcomer to the Panthers this year, coming from Vermilion. Danny Doster. We are off to a flying start. 5-2 Pirate lead early in the ball game. John Davis, we're talking about a newcomer to the Panthers, didn't play almost the first half of the year because of a broken wrist. It has been a solid addition to this Panther ball club since hitting the road to recovery. Both these teams love to run the floor. That's the kind of pace they each like to do. Perkins very rarely will ever drop into a zone. The Panthers, you will see from time to time, will use zone defenses and mix things up. We asked Scott McVay several weeks ago if he even had a zone in his playbook and all. And it's there, but there's a lot of dust on it. Josh Lau with a strong move to the basket. Aha. There's always all sorts of neat things that show up in that Rumble section. Take another look once again right here at Brian Earhart slashing to the basket. Brian's had a great year so far. One of three Panthers averaging in double digits. 6'4" kid that can take it to the hole like that. Devin Matthews for two, and the Pirates hold the lead. The pace of the game is just what fans love to watch. Justin Caudill builds the Pirate lead back to 3 once again. Nice look by Devin Matthews. The assist to Devin and the basket for Caudill. And the Pirates back up by a 3 spot. Official saying the pivot foot slid. Justin Caudill taking a look down. I don't think it did. Nice job finding the open man. Matt Kessler scores, and take another look once again here. They'll double that ball down deep, and usually if you've got a double team on someone, see Caudill, they switch. Alex stays on him. The double team's got to open up somebody, so it's going to open right back to Kessler, who became open and gets 2. And the Panthers back to within 1 at 9-8. That's part of that unselfish play. Caudill might have been able to score, so Lau had even a better look. And Josh knocks it down. 11-8. Pirate lead. Score of the basket for Ryan Heath, +1 at the line for the tie. And we are knotted up at 11. Panthers now with a possession where they could grab their first lead of the ball game. And John Davis almost got her done. One young man right there, Drew Windich, that just loves to run the floor. Finds Ryan Heath with that slash to the basket. And Ryan will head to the free throw line to give the Panthers a 2-point advantage. That would be the first lead change of the ball game. Panthers unable to take advantage of the Drew Windish pick. Something he just does so well. And a great block at the other end. And as you can hear, the fans really involved in this one. And you like it when the referees just kind of let them play. Matt Kessler builds that Panther lead to 4, 15-11. Danny Doster rings up, or Jared Patton rather, rings up another 3 for a 15-14 advantage for SMCC as the Pirates close it down to within 1. It's kind of a submarine ball down the floor. Had to have a little bit of movement on it. Guys up in the corner doing the radio broadcast, and we're going to be busy again this weekend on Sports Radio Sandusky, WLEC, with Sandusky High and Fremont Ross. Big battle in the Greater Buckeye Conference coming your way Friday night, pregame at 7. Saturday night, Sandusky at Norwalk in an independent contest. Justin Caudill gives the lead right back to the Pirates at 16-15. A.J. Faginato. Advantage Panthers. Drew Sullivan answers back just that quickly. A 3-ball makes the 4th lead change of the first quarter and puts the Pirates back up on top by 2, 19-17. Just take a look around when the camera goes to the wide angles and whatnot. There's just no more room to put any people in this gym. Seats about 1,100. And every one of those seats had a ticket in them the other night. Kyle Halleck directing things out front for the Pirates. John Davis coming up with the ball on the Pirate turnover, and the Panthers back to work looking for the final basket of the first quarter. And the first quarter comes to a close with 4 lead changes total in the period. No ties, but a well-played first quarter on both parts. And right now looking at Kim Rubin, Marketing Director for Sandusky Mall, and Suma Joy, Public Relations Representative from Ohio Business College, presenting a check for $5,000. 3 Perkins schools have won the winter 2006 School Spirit Contest. Outstanding work. Congratulations to all involved. Thanks for the presentation. That's 1 quarter in the books, and it is Perkins 19, St. Mary Central Catholic 17. You're watching TW Teleproductions. Game of the week, quarter number 2 up next. Stay with us.
It's time for a little billboard art. And they include Barnes Nursery and Garden Center. Large trees, Barnes can move them. Route 6, just west of Huron, Barnes Nursery. Gnomes Imaging, Open MRI, 621-0858. Gnomes. Tonight's game brought to you by Quick Lane at Matthews Ford Lincoln Mercury. Your best deal for tires. Quick Lane. Also brought to you by Gunlock. Don't gamble with your family's comfort. Not at all. Heating and cooling since 1889. It's Gunlock. Rates don't have to get this ugly, and they will not at Citizens Banking Company, 866 Easy Loan. Citizens Banking Company. Tonight's game brought to you by Groff Funeral Homes, caring for our community since way back in 1902. Window Incorporated, plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Water Street, been around for quite a while as well. 625-1037, Marconi's Restaurant. Cleveland Road in Huron, the area's best Italian dining by far, Marconi's Restaurant. And Miley General Dentistry, Hull Road, Stephen C. Miley, DDS, good guy, Miley.
Unfortunately, injuries do happen, and you should consult the most qualified rehabilitation team to treat your painful condition. Rehabilitation centers are not the same. Advanced Health is the only local physical therapy clinic offering doctors of physical therapy on staff. In addition, most of our athletic trainers and physical therapists have specialized training.
Advanced Health, our strength is quality.
Did you know over 64 million Americans have one or more types of cardiovascular disease? Did you know cardiac catheterizations have increased 332% in the past 20 years? Did you know coronary artery bypass surgery is one of the most common operations now performed in the U.S.? We know. In fact, we're experts at all things heart-related. Our heart is in the right place, right here in Sandusky. Firelands, we know hearts.
Ready to go in tonight's second quarter of action with Perkins ending up the first quarter, holding a 19-17 advantage. Fast-paced first quarter of play. Well-played first quarter. See Perkins in their customary man defense, just playing chase all over the floor. Justin Caudill with the defensive board, and here comes Devin Matthews. Doster to Patton for three. You know, when you watch Perkins play over and over again, these kids assume the same roles every week. And young men coming off the bench, getting things done in just an extremely efficient manner. Everybody's accepted their role. They play them well. And again, it's one of those teams that just nobody cares who gets the credit. Devin Matthews makes it a 7-point advantage at 24-17. Defensive work by Jared Patton. And here comes Doster for Sullivan. Rebound Fluting. And the Panthers go back to work, trying to cut into that 7-point deficit. But there's Dan Doster again for Sullivan, and an easy two. Good anticipation here by Doster. He reads the eyes of Fluting staring down his target, takes it away, and takes off the other direction. Does a great job of getting that ball ahead to Sullivan while falling to the floor. And Sullivan finishes up the break. Pirates now their largest lead. Here's my favorite cheer. The Rumble section, you guys are awesome. Next week, we're going to be in the den for the SBC matchup between St. Mary's Central Catholic and Huron. That'll be next week's presentation on the game of the week. And hopefully you'll be right alongside with us for all the fun. A little extra step that time. We'll turn it over to the Pirates. We'll go back to work at the offensive end. They're off to a flying start in the second quarter. Offensive rebound by Sullivan. And scramble is on. Seemed unanimous in the Perkins stands. Foul, foul, foul. The officials disagree. Justin Caudill makes it an 11-point Pirate lead as they open up the second quarter with the first 9 points. The Panthers desperately in need of a basket right here to stem the tide a little bit. Boy, a tough shot by Brian Earhart, but he makes it go, and the Panthers get the basket they needed. Climb back to within 9 points again at 28-19. Devin Matthews whipping it across the baseline. Shot coming up short, and Brian Earhart there to clear it away. Nice look from Fluting to A.J. Fagginato for the two. The Pirate lead again is 7 at 28-21. Trade turnovers here with Dan Doster bringing it back up the floor for Perkins, for Kyle Halleck. And Justin Caudill finishing that possession with two more, and another 9-point lead for Perkins at 30-21. Take another look once again right here as the Pirates kind of like seem to know where everybody's going to be at the right time. Good find to Caudill that time to get the basket for Perkins. 9-point lead, 30-21, about 3.5 to go in quarter number 2. A spin move to the basket by Caudill, gets the foul from Davis as Kyle Halleck comes over for some instruction from Coach McVay. Caudill's two free throws makes it an 11-point advantage again for Perkins at 32-21. Find again for Brian Earhart down low, and normally if Brian is next to the basket and can get shots like that, he's a lock. Doster gets the roll, and it stays at 11, 34-23. Blocking foul against Kyle Halleck will put Heath at the line to shoot a pair. 2:20 left to go in the second quarter, with the Pirates having an outstanding second quarter, grabbing control of the ball game, now leading it by 9. Nice pull-up three by Drew Windish, and a huge three to get him back to within 6 at 34-28. Just as quickly, Kyle Halleck answers back at the other end, 37-28. We trade threes back and forth. Patton on the pass to Halleck. Himself squared up, and boy, you get a nice slow motion look at some great shooting for him for Halleck. And the Pirates go back up by 9 at 37-28. Greg Bunn scores the rebound basket for the Panthers, make it 37-30. Jared Patton coming up with the turnover, and Kyle Halleck getting the break started down the floor. Going long distance and scoring. Plus a free throw to go on top of it. And Perkins stretches that lead out to 10 at 40-30. And a turnover against the Panthers will give the Pirates another chance to add on to that lead here before halftime. And Devin Matthews is going to get that opportunity from the free throw line. But the biggest difference in this first half, when you look at sheer numbers, an 11-point Panther lead, 13 turnovers against SMCC, giving up 14 points in the first half. 5 turnovers against Perkins, giving up just 2, so there's a 12-point difference.
What makes Max and Irma's different than everyone else in town? It's how we prepare our food. We do it all from scratch, and we do it right the first time around. Come on in and check it out for yourself. You'll enjoy it.
Tonight's game of the week is brought to you by your friends at Chedman's Pizza. Good luck to all area teams tonight. Yeah!
Tonight's game of the week is brought to you by Foster Chevrolet Cadillac. Good luck to all the area teams.
Danny Boy's Italian Eatery wishes all of our area teams good luck this season.
Come celebrate big with pizza, pasta, ribs, and more. Come see us at Danny Boy's.
Tonight's telecast brought to you by Matthews Ford Lincoln Mercury with tonight's replays. Also, the Hustle Award brought to you by Tough Man Equipment and Supply in Norwalk. Firelands Regional Medical Center will bring you tonight's player of the game. And the Money Shot will be sponsored by the good folks at the Citizens Banking Company. Parshau Rye Center will sponsor tonight's Fan of the Week. And High Miler Convenience always has tonight's play of the game. Let's not forget Assist of the Game, sponsored by the good folks out at the Ehovie Career Center. And our pregame was sponsored by Buckeye Cable System. Cameo Fan Cam by Cameo. More of our sponsors of the game of the week, the J.A. Truth Packing Company. Quality people making quality pork products. J.A. Truth. Doctors Barry, Felter, Wong, Alexa, and Morrow, located at Sandusky Orthopedics and Rheumatology, 1401 Bone Creek Drive, just off of Hayes Avenue. Sandusky Orthopedics, absolutely. O.E. Meyer Company, an employer-owned company, serving the community since 1918. O.E. Meyer Company, also sponsored tonight by Berardi's Family Kitchen. Taste the homemade touch at Berardi's. The community at Parkview offers skilled and intermediate nursing care and retirement living in absolutely beautiful surroundings and state-of-the-art facilities. Please visit the community at Parkview and see for yourself. The community at Parkview, 3800 Parkview Boulevard.
Hello, Pierre Van Rapenbush. And everyone here at Pierre's Quick Print is proud to be a Game of the Week sponsor. Good luck to all the athletes.
Tonight's Game of the Week is brought to you by the Kazmaier Insurance Group. Good luck to all area teams.
Tonight's patron sponsors include the UPS Store, Toft Funeral Home and Crematory, Asher Brothers Auto Pride, and by Periodical Publishers Service Bureau Incorporated, Coaches Sports Corner, Cliff's Carryout, Danny Boys, the Commons of Providence, and Providence Care Center.
Welcome back to the Plank once again, where the Perkins Pirates come out of the locker room at halftime with a 41-30 lead. If you've been to any of these St. Mary's Central Catholic Perkins ball games through the years, you know that if a team gets down, it usually doesn't stay like that. These guys usually just have some great battles. And Ryan Heath gets a nice opening start for the second half with a steal and basket, then comes down and knocks it away again. Talked before about how the Panthers will change up and go zone a little bit, and you can see that right here. Pitching into a 2-3 zone, if the Pirates have to be ready to answer. But so far, so good for the guys in blue. Halleck backing off and allowing Cluting to shoot out there, and Jude buries the three. 41-35. Panthers very quickly scoring the first 5 points of the second half to narrow down what was an 11-point lead. And it gets stretched right back out by the three bomb by Kyle Halleck. Seen that happen just a few times in the past. Pirates back up by 9 at 44-35. And Brian Earhart, a couple of opportunities at the free throw line. Yeah, the Rumble section unable to make the magic work that time as Earhart just looks right through them, knocks down a couple of free throws. It's a 7-point ball game. A great look by Ryan Heath. Tremendous assist from Brian Earhart. That's worth another look right here. You get Earhart posted up the backside of the defense, and Heath does a great job. Not only one finding him, but the no-look pass nonetheless. And Earhart finishes up. Panthers are back to within 5. Well, the jam looks pretty, but it doesn't count as the ball goes back over to SMCC. And a John Davis 3 ball. It's the Panthers back to within a pair. 44-42. And Caudill at the free throw line, missing on a couple of opportunities. So now the Panthers have a chance to tie. Or even take the lead with a 3-point basket. That was after being down by 11 at halftime. They made up a lot of ground in just half a quarter right here. Brian Earhart going to work on the boards. And a little frustration foul there from Devin Matthews. Brian Earhart heads to the free throw line. A couple of opportunities to tie it. Misses the first one. The Rumble section works better. It works better when they don't wave their arms. Go figure. So the Pirates back in control with their 2-point lead. Halleck with a penetration and a couple of opportunities at the line. And 2 at the charity stripe for the Pirates senior, and it's a 4-point Perkins lead, 46-42. The last guy in the world you expect to see rebounding the ball in the middle of the pack of people. Drew Windish. It's Taylor Roth and A.J. Faginato off the bench for the Panthers here in the second half. very patient possession until Dan Doster takes it away. Taylor Roth with a knock away, and the Panthers will get it back. Panthers going to hang on to it at their end of the floor after Paginato couldn't hit that shot down low at point blank range. But they'll try it again from underneath. Wind is short on the three, and then the foul on the John Schaefer rebound. The scoring kind of stagnant all of a sudden. We've gone nearly 2.5, 3 minutes with no scoring in the ballgame. Perkins still with a 4-point advantage here, 46-42. Taylor Roth in the right place at the right time. Does a nice job of putting that ball back in the hole, and the Panthers are back to within 2. And 46-44. Take another look right here as Roth comes up with the ball in the paint, knows exactly where to go with it, and lays it home. So it's a 2-point game again at 46-42. Pirate lead shrinking down once again after they've led by as many as 11. Justin Caudill taking care of things down inside, 48-44. Just a minute to go in quarter number 3. Schaefer getting her done on the OG and building the lead to 50-44. The spot where Drew Windish picked up his 4th personal foul on that play as well. Time winding down in quarter number 3. Pirates holding on to the 6-point advantage. Panthers working the clock down, getting the final shot up, blocked. Taken right back by Heath, trying to draw the foul. A pretty good job of that. Officials didn't bite on it, though. And the third quarter comes to a close with Perkins up on top. Pirates scored 9 points in the quarter. Panthers scored 14. Now the leader of the Rumble section gets the fan of the year, Adam Redmond. And good job, man. We have enjoyed watching that Rumble section this year. Lots more fun to come. There we go. Big salute from his cohorts in the Rumble section. Man of the year. Could almost call him Kurt Portocarrero Jr. Great job. 3 quarters in the books. The score belongs to Perkins, 50-44. TW Teleproductions Game of the Week. 4th quarter action coming up.
Tonight's Game of the Week is being brought to you by Sawmill Creek Resort, Hotel, Golf, and Shops in Huron-on-the-Lake. Sawmill Creek Resort. Chet and Matt's Pizza, Strub Road. Chet and Matt's. Fantastic food, fantastic atmosphere. Chet and Matt's. The Sandusky Register. Your paper, your news. Don't miss a single story. Sandusky Register. Tonight's game also brought to you by Snow Trails in Mansfield. Winter fun has certainly returned, and they are having a great time down there. Snow Trails in Mansfield. Bowling Green State University, education designed around you, the 360 degree at BG. Tonight's game also brought to you by Precision Body and Frame. We do your body better. Venice Road, Sandusky. Precision Body and Frame. The future is key at Key Bank. 3 locations in our area to serve you best. Key Bank. RE/MAX, Quality Realty. They are indeed above the crowd. Dale and Ellen Kaufman and everybody at RE/MAX Quality Realty. Tonight's game brought to you by the J.H. Ruth Packing Company. Quality people making quality pork products.
Family, friends, and fun for over 70 years.
Cameo Pizza, a family restaurant since 1936.
The Schuster family is very proud to be celebrating our 40th year in the Sandusky market, and a big thanks to our community for helping us make that happen. To thank you, we have our $3.99 Magnificent 7, Monday through Friday, which you've got to ask for.
Hi, I'm Dennis Sr. from Murray & Murray. We're proud to be tonight's sponsor of the Game of the Week. And for Murray & Murray, good luck to all of you area athletes.
Tonight's Game of the Week is being brought to you by Manny's Sports Tavern and Grill. Good luck to all area teams from your friends here at Manny's.
Our segment sponsors include Matthews, Ford Lincoln Mercury with tonight's replays, Tough Man Equipment Rental, Route 220 East in Norwalk with our Hustle Award. Firelands Regional Medical Center has tonight's player of the game, and tonight's money shot brought to you by the Citizens Banking Company, the Citizens Banking Company. Tonight's Fan of the Week coming up here in a minute. Parshall Rice Center. High Miler Convenience has tonight's play of the game. And also EHOV will present tonight's assist of the game. And let's not forget our pregame was brought to you by Buckeye Cable System and Cameo Fan Cam coming up here in just a couple seconds.
Here's your count. Fan of the Week up next for Parshauer Eye Center, and your Fan of the Week is the Fan of the Year, Adam Redmond. Congratulations. For Parshauer Eye Center, you're the Fan of the Week. And up next is your Cameo Pizza Fan Cam. Cameo Fan Cam into the stands. Go Pirates. There you go. That's the Cameo Pizza Fan Cam for this week. Brought to you, of course, every week by Cameo Pizza.
Thank you to our sponsors. They include O.E. Meyer, serving the community since 1918. O.E. Meyer. Jim's Pizza Box, 2 locations in Huron and in Milan. Jim's Pizza Box, great atmosphere. Foster, funeral home and crematory in Huron. Wayne and Sandra Foster. Tonight's telecast also brought to you by Quiznos, subs across from the Sandusky Mall. Toasty. Quiznos subs, and also Old Town windows, doors, auto glass, and mirrors. Serving Ohio since 1972. Old Town. Polis & Associates Architects, 1717 East Perkins Avenue, 625-0009. Tonight's telecast brought to you by Hanson Aggregates, operators of the Wagner Quarries and Sandusky Quarry in Groton Township. Hanson Aggregates. Foster Chevrolet Cadillac since 1955. It's Foster Chevrolet Cadillac. Also sponsored tonight by Pell's Lettering and Shirt Shack, 5003 Milan Road, 625-3567 Pell's, and by Spear Brothers Excavating since 1975.
Fourth quarter from the Pirate Plank. Ready to go with the Pirates leading it by 6 at 50-44. And as you would expect from an SMCC Perkins game, it'll get nice and tight here down the stretch. Pirates with the win here tonight, advancing to 14-0 on the year, and Ryan Heath scoring first in the final quarter, making it a 50-46 ball game. But fans can do this, of course. Oh, can they run the table? Only 6 more games left to go in the regular season. And, of course, tournament time looming right around the corner with the boys' tournament draws coming up this weekend. And, man, there are going to be some fine sectional tournaments this year. Perkins involved in the Division II at Sandusky High School. Port Clinton, Bellevue, Clyde, Norwalk. And it's going to be some tremendous basketball. looking up and down the scale of the tournaments for this year between boys and girls, there are a number of teams that have the possibilities of making good, solid tournament runs. And another one of those teams is one you're looking at right here. Not only Perkins, but SMCC, playing in Division 4, is a very good shot of making a real solid run. Brian Earhart off the assist from Drew Windish. That's as pretty as they come. His job is finding Earhart open underneath. An easy two for Brian. 52-48. The Perkins lead is 4. This meat grinder of a schedule that St. Mary's faces, I mean, every year you'd think that it would have them ready to make a solid tournament run. They went to the district finals last year before falling. And this year, certainly, you'd have to expect that they'd have a very good chance of doing just that, if not more. And boy, Perkins hits that Northern Ohio League meat grinder, get out of the sectional, and there's teams waiting down at the district tournament like Shelby, Upper Sandusky. Down to 1 point, 52-51. Kyle Hallock at the line. He'll stretch that lead out to 3. Panthers guilty of the turnover, which will give it back to Perkins right here. Official calling the offensive foul that time on Dan Doster. And the ball will go back over to SMCC. Trying to cut into that 3-point Pirate lead. Not much imagination there. He just posts the big guys up down low, get them the basketball, let them score. Brian Earhart, 54-53. Panthers back to within 1. You got that kind of size, you might as well use it. Boy, Kyle Hallock can just step up and get it done with a game on the line. Knocks down a huge 3 ball to build the lead back up to 4 at 57-53. Can absolutely break your heart. Nice find by Earhart. Not normally the assist guy, but eventually John Davis able to finish it up. Kyle Hallock again to the free throw line, and he just keeps putting them in. There goes Adam again. And that, folks, is what it takes to be fan of the year. And right now to crunch time here in this ball game, with every possession starting to become very important for both ball clubs. So wrap around to Matt Kessler from Jude Fluting. And the Panthers senior with a couple of opportunities at the line right here with 3:10 to go. And 1 out of 2 will make it a 3-point ball game at 59-56. In this fourth quarter, Kyle Hallock just does his thing, goes slashing to the basket and keeps drawing the personal fouls. 61-56. Pirates with a 5-point advantage now, and just under 3 minutes left to go. And Brian Earhart will make it a 3-point ball game at 61-58. Devin Matthews at the free throw line. It's a point of the game where Drew Windish ended up fouling out of the basketball game, and that just changes everything for SMCC. He's just one of those young men that just makes the tempo of a ball game. Absolutely drives you crazy when he's playing defense. Panthers turn it over. Ryan Heath on the defensive boards, takes it all the way up the floor. And the Panthers work the half-court offense right here. Needing points. Nice look from Kyle Halleck to Justin Caudill. And the Perkins lead is back up to 7 now at 65-58. Watch Halleck again going right. Just dishing it off left. You can see Kyle turning and running the other way. He knew Caudill would finish that one up. 65-58. Adam has got to be one tired puppy by the end of the night. Dave Wiedenef, John Schleshman, and Ray Roofing up in the radio booth up by the scoreboard. It's got the brand new additions to it with the individual player numbers and scores. Panthers need instant offense right now. Clock is certainly one of their biggest enemies right here, and the defense of the Pirates making things a little bit tough. Sean Davis to the line. This is something that St. Mary's struggled with in the Margaretta game, is making free throws down the stretch. Kyle Halleck with only 49 seconds to go, stretching the Perkins lead to 8 at 66-58. And certainly at this point, things looking good toward Pirate win number 14 in a row on the season. Kind of a foul shooting contest down the stretch right here as time winds down, with Pirates putting the finishing touches on their 14th win of the year. We mentioned SMCC playing against Huron this weekend. That is going to be our presentation next week on the Game of the Week. And Perkins is going to have a couple of games on tap this weekend. They play at Edison Friday night and home against Western Reserve on Saturday. Western Reserve is one of two teams tied atop the Firelands Conference. They're there along with Plymouth, and in fact, they play Plymouth on Friday night. And the Pirates wrap things up with win number 14 in a row on the season with a 69-61 win over SMCC. Coaches exchanging handshakes following the ball game, and the Pirates sitting at 14-0 on the year, and the Panthers with the loss fall to 11-4 on the season. 6-4 in the SBC, and the Pirates at 10-0 in the league. Another thumbs up from Scott McVeigh. It's the 14th time in a row we've seen that this year. Time now for the Hustle Award, being brought to you by Tough Man Equipment and Supply on Route 20 East in Norwalk. It is Dan Doster, who is all over the place on defense. Great anticipation right there in getting that play started, where Drew Sullivan finishes it off. So the Hustle Award tonight going to Perkins, Dan Doster, and brought to you by Tough Man Equipment and Supply, Route 20 East in Norwalk. Up next is your money shot for Citizens Banking Company. And the money shot tonight is going to come your way, courtesy of Brian Earhart. Brian with 2 of his total of 18 points on the night. That's your money shot for Citizens Banking Company. Up next is your Rehovie Career Center assist of the game. And we had a lot of good ones tonight. This one from Ryan Heath, the no-look lob down low to Brian Earhart. And, man, I know you've heard it before, but they don't come a whole lot better than that. Good job, Ryan Heath. The Rehovie Career Center assist of the game. And now your play of the game, brought to you by High Miler Convenience. We'll go back and take another look at Kyle Halleck with that no-look feed to Justin Caudill. That's your High Miler Convenience play of the game. Brought to you every telecast by High Miler Convenience and all of their area locations. Player of the game is up next, brought to you by Firelands Regional Medical Center in Sandusky. Tonight's player of the game, well, it's Kyle Halleck. He gets it done at money time, scores 23 points in this ball game to lead the way to win number 14 in a row for Perkins. Kyle Halleck, congratulations, your Firelands Regional Medical Center player of the game. That kind of sums it all up right there, doesn't it? Thanks for joining us at St. Mary's. Battle between the unbeaten Pirates from Perkins at 16-0 coming into this ball game and 11-0 in the league. And as far as the Huron Tigers are concerned, 5-10 overall and 4-7 against the SBC. Huron, despite their record, you look at what they've done at home during the season, and it's been pretty impressive as they are 4-1 at home, and up until this game had not lost a conference game at home. They're 4-0 in SBC play on the home floor. So, big hill for the Perkins Pirates to climb over to keep that unbeaten streak alive. And it almost seems like, at least you would think that the further along the streak goes, the tougher it would be to keep her going. But somehow these guys just manage to always rise to the task. That's just a tad on the scary side. That Tiger bear just looked to his right all night long. Prospects aren't very good. Perkins had a scare a week ago when they had to come from behind in the last few seconds of the game. Got a couple of free throws from Danny Doster right at the end to win it, 72-71 over Western Reserve. Pirates have survived a number of those battles this year where they've had close calls but always found a way to make the plays down at the end of the ball game. Coaches always tell you need to have good players, obviously, but once in a while you just need to get a little bit on the lucky side as well.